highly anticipated docuseries by director Alex Stapleton and rapper and executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, titled Sean Combs: The Reckoning. Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
Off my back, bro. Lord, you win. I'm gonna win. Lord, you win. We win it. I'll accept it. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It's like 150 hugs.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
went away.
Got in
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. That was, it should show you his character.
Was that the reason for including it?
Yeah, I mean, and what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera? Like that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
Footage of Sean Diddy Combs in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last September, which is part of a new highly anticipated docuseries by director Alex Stapleton and rapper and executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans. Person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
went away.
Got in
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. That was, it should show you his character.
Was that the reason for including it?
Yeah, I mean, and what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera? Like that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester. Like, maybe you'll come play with me type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details. You know, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project. The 4-part series also features 2 jurors from Combs' trial who are speaking for the first time about how they reached their mixed verdict, finding Combs guilty of 2 prostitution offenses, but clear of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, both sharing their thoughts on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie. Juror 75 describing them as 2 people in love, and Juror 160 saying in part, domestic violence wasn't one of the charges. Cassie, is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in as she's like 18, like 19 years old in the very beginning. After a while, over time, you condition for it. The goal of what the film is trying to do is to let the audience kind of come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, you know, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Not all. Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's gonna feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's gonna say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think he'll see the truth in it.
Wow, that was some finish right there. Thank you, Robin, for that. Sean Combs Directing will be streaming worldwide on Netflix tomorrow.
50 Cent popped out early this morning and shook the whole internet when he announced his new Netflix documentary about Diddy. In his final days before the feds grabbed him, Diddy was being recorded nonstop, documenting everything. And some of that footage is so real that I couldn't even keep certain clips in this video because Netflix has that protected. This project has been teased for a while. Everybody knew 50 was cooking something, but today they came through and made it official. And now Diddy's team is scrambling from inside the situation, sending messages out saying he already had his own talks with Netflix long before this, claiming he had a Netflix or that he was already discussing a project with them and that what 50 is doing is straight up illegal. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know the legal side, but Diddy's people are pushing heavy that this whole rollout is incorrect, and they're ready to fight it. Laura LaRosa from The Breakfast Club got exclusive word from his camp, and a few other insiders say they were contacted directly and told this exact side of the story. This drama is getting wild fast. Diddy's rep dropped an exclusive statement about 50's new Netflix documentary, and they came in hot with some heavy claims. They're saying Netflix used footage that was never cleared for release, private moments, pre-indictment recordings, and even conversations tied to legal strategy that were never meant for the public to hear. According to Diddy's side, this footage was created for a totally different project, something that never got finished, and no rights were ever transferred to Netflix at any point. They're stressing that a payment dispute between outside people does not give Netflix the green light to use private, unlicensed material. They also insist none of this footage came from Diddy or anyone on his team, and they want answers on how Netflix even got their hands on it in the first place. Diddy's camp is doubling down, saying Netflix made things worse by giving Curtis 50 Cent Jackson full creative control of the production. His team is standing firm behind these allegations, and this whole situation is heating up quick. Diddy's team didn't hold back here. They straight up called 50 Cent a longtime public enemy who's been mocking Mr. Combs for decades. They're saying 50 has posted fabricated accusations, celebrated his legal issues, and even admitted he was shocked that someone ever recorded certain moments, which only proves this footage is being used for entertainment instead of being shown with any real fairness or context. And beyond the legal problems, Diddy feels like Netflix crossed a personal line. He says he always respected Ted C, admired the legacy of Clarence Avant, and kept a solid relationship with the company's leadership. So, for Netflix to hand his life story to someone who's publicly gone at him for years feels to him like a deep, unnecessary slap in the face. According to his side, he expected at least some fairness from people he viewed as colleagues. And here's something else I was told. Diddy was originally working on his own documentary with Netflix before all this happened, but he walked away once they wouldn't give him creative control. This situation is turning more personal by the day. Diddy is also accusing Netflix of building a pattern of chasing sensational stories instead of getting things right. He claims their recent choices, like leaning on what he calls discredit fabricated journals in another documentary, show exactly why this new situation feels reckless to him. His rep says the use of footage that wasn't authorized isn't journalism at all. It's Netflix ignoring the rules for shock value. Diddy's publicist says their legal team is officially notifying Netflix, and they expect the company to deal with this immediately. And when you look at the timeline, it's clear Diddy's camp knew this moment was coming. This wasn't some surprise dropping out of nowhere. 50 had been promoting the documentary loud for weeks. So Diddy already had his message prepared. He wanted his team to say exactly this. He has relationships inside Netflix. He was already in early talks about doing his own documentary with his own footage, and that Netflix never got the licenses or permission to use any of that material. He's making it clear he does not approve of what they're putting out. This didn't spring up overnight. They saw this coming and were ready to push back as soon as it dropped. things are getting louder by the minute. Diddy basically told his team, get this message out there, and then let the lawyers package it in legal language. He's saying he already had his own project on the table. And meanwhile, 50 Cent has been throwing shots at him nonstop. So the intention behind this documentary is not clean at all. His side feels like people are just chasing a moment, not the truth. They even said some of the clips being pushed don't make Diddy look good, not because the footage is fake, but because of how it's being framed. Like when he was out shaking hands on the street and joked, "Oh, I need to take a bath now, man. I done been around 150 people," which is a normal thing. Everybody wants to stay clean. But when that's shown on camera with no context, it hits different. His team also pointed out that the documentary supposedly uses pieces of his legal strategy, and that alone raises red flags. And I gotta be real here. Someone inside hip-hop said they don't agree with this documentary being controlled by someone beefing with him, and they also don't agree with what 50 said in that moment. Because if nobody speaks up, it paints the picture like this is how hip-hop moves, like the whole culture is cool with it, when it's clearly not. This whole situation feels messy from every angle. Not at all, bro. We can't spin it like that, and that's exactly where I'm standing with it. 50 tried to correct the way the situation was being painted, because in this world, people are quick to throw negative stereotypes on us, no matter what. That stigma has always been there toward black folks as a whole, like we're automatically the villains, and it's unfair every single time. But look at history. Whenever powerful people from other communities get exposed for their wrongs, nobody labels their entire culture. Nobody says the whole group moves like that. When big Hollywood names like Weinstein or Epstein were exposed, or when that exec targeted Terry Crews, did they say the entire industry was guilty? Did they shut down their whole culture, their money, their business? Not at all. They separated the individual from the group every time. So whatever Diddy is going through right now is about him, not hip-hop, not black culture, not the community as a whole. That's an individual situation, period. And that's why I can't ride with what 50 said on that part. And I wouldn't move like that myself. We can't let one person's actions become the stamp for millions of people. That's not fair, that's not accurate, and that's not the message we need floating around right now. This moment is about holding individuals accountable, not entire cultures. This is 50. We already know he's the king of being petty, and he'll dive all the way to the low if he feels like it. He's been clear about that for years. Nobody's confused about how he moves. But with this situation right here, I gotta be real and keep it straight. Nobody is saying any kind of abuse is okay, because it's not, at all. There's no defending somebody putting hands on someone they're involved with or dragging them through any type of chaos, and I'm not rocking with that narrative in any way. But people online like to twist things and act like someone is approving something when they're not, and that's not what's happening here. We also saw how some of the legal claims were laid out, and even one juror reportedly said, well, that ain't trafficking, which shows how complicated this case looked from different sides. At the end of the day, Diddy was dealing with an adult partner, and the relationship had serious issues. Manipulation, control, imbalance, all of that. And nobody is denying it. But we can't mix real concerns with things that weren't part of the situation, because that muddies everything. People in those circles were making choices, not being forced. Adults choosing to be part of wild environments, choosing to party, choosing to get involved in messy behavior, and everybody around them was participating in the same scene. That doesn't make it healthy, and it doesn't make it right, but it also means we gotta call it what it actually was. This whole situation is ugly, but we can't twist details that change the story, because once that happens, nothing makes sense anymore. Now 50 is absolutely a marketing mastermind, because he's about to flip this whole situation into a major moment, no question about it. He even said something like he gave somebody's kid a moment in the game, trying to frame it like none of this is personal, but come on. At this point, it's clearly personal, bro. Nobody goes this deep unless something inside them is hitting heavy. Me personally, I move way different, and everybody got their own code. 50 sticks to his. He locks in on something and he doesn't let go. That's been his pattern forever. But if I have an issue with somebody, I'm not giving them that much of my energy, not even for a bag. I'm not spending hours plotting, posting, or building whole projects around them, because that's not who I am. And that's why this whole situation feels wild. 50 is focusing on Diddy every day, every post, every headline, almost like it's a mission. Documentaries, jokes, commentary, everything lined up with his name on it. Even if it's smart marketing, it's still a lot of attention for someone you claim doesn't matter. But tell me what y'all think, because I gotta disagree with 50 on some of the things he said in that video. When it comes to being petty, going for the big swing, trying to embarrass somebody publicly, yeah, that's 100% his lane, and he's always been willing to push it to the max. But some of those talking points he dropped, I can't agree with them at all. Let me know how you see it, because this whole situation is heating up and people are split on both sides. And before you dip, make sure you subscribe to Dripzine, hit that like button, drop a comment, share this video, and click hype this video so it grows. It's free for you, but it means a lot to me, so thank you.